only to arrive safe and sound in the Moleshire with an eternal promise to treasure and look after the gobbets of the Moleshire. By the power invested in me and this sheep, I summon forth Jerome, Gucci, Golem!
Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the Interbubs! This is ReNDoG coming at you from a very fancy-looking forest in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. Hey, how's everybody out there doing today? Have you noticed something a little bit different around here? No, it's not a haircut. No, I haven't changed my clothes. There's something a little bit different about Minecraft today, isn't there, guys? I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to work it out for your own selves today. Welcome back, guys, to Minecraft Survival. Oh, man, it is a very nice and cold Sunday morning for the ReNDoG. I got myself a tasty cup of coffee. Give me 1 second while I get this beverage in my face. Oh, baby, and I am in the mood for some Minecraft. But today, my friends, we're going to kick things off with a couple of apologies from the ReNDoG. You see, last episode, I may have derped up a little bit. In fact, last episode, I made a couple of big mistakes, and I need to apologize to all of you Minecraft players out there and all of you viewers who are enjoying this series. In the previous episode, we were talking about texture packs and the reason why we are not using John Smith in this particular series. We also took a look at what I thought were the new textures coming up in Minecraft 1.13. Turns out that those are not the new textures of Minecraft 1.13. In fact, those are the ones that we looked at, that horrible looking cobblestone that we looked at. You guys remember that really dark gray cobblestone? That was one of the very first renditions of the new texture pack, as was all of the wood that we looked at too. Basically, guys, I was a little bit lazy. I'm gonna admit it. I was lazy and I didn't actually spend enough time finding the correct new texture pack for Minecraft 1.13. Turns out the latest texture pack is actually available for download from Minecraft.net. And if you haven't worked it out already, we are currently looking at the actual official beta textures for the upcoming Minecraft 1.13. And I think that you, Jock, and myself can agree that these are actually not that bad. I'm actually kind of digging this, guys. I've been playing now for about an hour or so with the new textures, and I think that we are onto something over here, and I'm actually kind of happy with this. Remember, last time we were looking at the difference between the logs and the planks, and actually, look at this. In the latest version, and this is the official proper textures of Minecraft 1.13, they actually work kind of nicely together, and the wood doesn't look so Disney, actually. I actually really like the wood. I think it's kind of sweet. The new logs look really cool too. I'm actually kind of happy with this, man. Last episode, we were also having a look at a little bit of a rock feature over here. We were doing a lot of comparisons out here using this sort of rock formation. And actually, in the new textures, or the latest textures anyway, it doesn't actually look so bad. There's a creeper coming for us, though. Okay, this is why you got to sleep the night away when you record Minecraft episodes, Ren. Get dead, creeper, please. Let's sleep this night away before something tragic happens. You might have noticed also, guys, that quite a few things in the hotbar have changed. Look at armor pieces. They look really cool. Vines are looking different. Flowers look different. Steak looks way more tasty. Oh, man. And most importantly and most excitingly for me, guys, how gorgeous are the freaking leaves. The leaves are absolutely beautiful. I love them. These are actually, I don't know, an improvement, I think, to the Minecraft vanilla leaves. I actually love the vanilla leaves a lot, but these are looking rather spicy, I gotta say. Now, the second apology I have to make to you guys is that in the last episode, I said we were going to work on the entrance to the Molehole, and we never did. We just spent the whole episode talking about textures. This episode, we're going to work on the entrance to the Molehole. I promise all of ye. I promise you, we're going to make that entrance look amazing. But I want to spend just a little bit of time showing off the new textures because I feel like I made a big mistake last episode. I was super lazy, didn't get the correct textures, and look how gorgeous the new textures look with all of the crops. I actually really like these new crop textures. Carrots, potatoes, wheat, looking absolutely beautiful. Even freaking melons have changed. Pumpkins have changed a little bit also. Looking freaking amazing. Unfortunately, though, we have got a little bit of a problem with the way that we are currently building in Minecraft. We spoke about this a little bit in the previous episode. It looks like our goal to use block variation in Minecraft is not really going to work in 1.13. Let's have a look at this wall that we created. We can see that there's a couple of weird clashes going on right now. It just looks like a whole bunch of different blocks plonked on top of each other, doesn't it? I'm not a big fan of this block variation. I don't think it's going to work in 1.13, but that is okay, my friends. We will find a new artistic strategy for Minecraft 1.13, and I've been doing a little bit of work over there, coming up with some designs. I'm going to show you in a second, but let's take a little closer analysis of the new textures. This is the new cobblestone. This is the actual new cobblestone, and I gotta say, I don't hate it. I think it's kind of pretty. I like it. It's definitely better than what we looked at last time. My goodness. I think the biggest change that we've got over here is that the andesite is changed completely. There's a lot of green in that andesite, and unfortunately, in the current new texture pack, these two are clashing quite a lot, right? Lots of green in here, no green in here, and it doesn't seem like those blocks are going to go very well together, nor is the andesite and the smooth stone going to go together very well. But that's okay. It ain't the end of the world. Now that we've seen the new textures and we know where the new textures are going, we can start redesigning the way that we craft here in the series, and we can start making things look beautiful with the new texture strategy in mind. You can see that I've already been working on something over there, but you can see that andesite really clashes in this design, and actually our block variation design looks absolutely terrible, so we're going to have to find some new strategies. Now, before we get cranking on the entrance to the Molehole, guys, let's take a look at some of the current, new designs I've been working on in the new textures. This is what we were working on last time, doing some examples, and yes, we can see that the block variation is not really working very well, but the stone bricks are looking amazing. The slabs are a completely different color scale to any of the gray blocks, so those are definitely not going to work, and look how badly that andesite clashes with everything. But we can still do block variation, my friends. We can do block variation in a different way. Let's have a look at this little wall that I've created. It's made mostly out of the new stone bricks. I really love the new stone brick. I gotta say, it does look pretty sweet. And what we can do, instead of using different blocks to variate our builds, we can just add some very fine details into it. Take a look at this block over here. This is mossy stone bricks, and you make mossy stone bricks with stone bricks and vines, and that just adds a little bit of green into the wall. We've also got the cracked stone bricks, of course, and we can use these mossy stone bricks and the cracked stone bricks just to add a little bit of interest into what is otherwise a single block design. We could also use some vinage up in here, get some green in here, right? We can use some grass also that we can grow in front of the wall, just to sort of take it out of a single block design into something that looks kind of cool. I like this, but I don't think this fits the Moleshire very well. I've got a design out here that I think fits the Moleshire very, very well. We're going to come and have a look at this in a second. I want to show you something that I was experimenting with over here. This is the new andesite block with mossy cobblestone. They share, both are in the green color scale, of course, so they do actually work rather nicely together. Looks a little bit weird, though, I must say, because, I don't know, the andesite almost looks like a path. Rather than a wall, and I actually experimented a little bit with the path over here. The new gravel I really like. I think it's kind of pretty. It's got a little bit of purple in it though, which is a little bit strange, and it doesn't mix too well with the andesite, but I think the andesite is great for pathing and stuff. But this, my friends, this is cooking with gas right now. Gas is straight out of the butt of Minecraft 1.13, and this is how we're going to design the walls of the Molehole. Doesn't it look beautiful? New cobblestone block, looking glorious. We've got the new stone bricks underneath as support, and then we're using the new mossy cobblestone textures to sort of run sort of vines of moss through that cobblestone wall. And of course that moss starts at the bottom over here. That moss has grown up from the ground up through the mossy stone brick and then into the cobblestone wall. It's actually penetrated it quite nicely, and look at that, man, that beautiful vine looking really, really sweet. And I think that wall design, even though it's simple and we're not using as many blocks as we might do in this sort of block variation technique, I think this is looking beautiful, my friends. I'm super happy with this, And you know what? This has actually given us an absolutely amazing opportunity to prepare ourselves for Minecraft 1.13. Let's look at the bright side of new textures. Let's not be negative about them. This ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to redo this entire wall into this new design that we've got cranking over here. And from now on, knowing that Minecraft textures are moving toward a single block palette rather than a multiple block palette, let's keep that in mind while we start our new builds. Let's try and keep the number of blocks we use in our builds to the ones that are going to work in the new textures, and we don't have to go absolutely crazy like this. But yeah, it looks really bad, doesn't it? This block variation looks absolutely terrible. So I'm very happy with this. We're going to future-proof our series for 1.13, and when 1.13 comes around, everything is going to look absolutely glorious, and I hope you guys do the same in your own worlds. How beautiful are these leaves, though? They look absolutely amazing, man. So freaking beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Cyberdog, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the latest member of the Cyberdog family, Jerome Gucci Golem. Please ignore his rudeness, my friends. He actually doesn't have a brain, so he's a little bit slow. But Jerome has joined us here in the Molehole to help me protect all of the gobbets from the undead hordes, and I actually summoned him from the very depths of hell in a live stream last night, and he's come here to help us out. He's a little bit on the slow side, both in the walking and in the brain department, because he doesn't have one. But he's going to do a very good job at protecting our citizens around here, hopefully. He's going to attack any undead creature that gets near him. Jerome Gucci Golem, welcome to the Molehole, my friend. May you live a long and prosperous life, even though you don't have a brain. I'm going to show you a little bit later on in this episode, guys, exactly how we summoned the golem to the Molehole. But for now, let's get cracking on what I promised we would do in today's episode, which is working on the entrance to the Molehole. It is looking super janky right now, and I really want to make this look a little bit better. Managed to pick up all of the dirt that I have currently stored in the storage hole, and what I'm basically going to start doing is just covering all of this with dirt. I would like to make a very nice natural looking mountainside over here. This is looking very flat, isn't it? And I'm thinking what we probably need to do is get some sort of an overhang or something like that, right? My idea here for the entrance is that I want to keep these stone bricks like this, but I want them to sort of be popping out of the side of a cave or something like that, right? So, to get things started with this particular build, why don't we get a little bit of dirt in here, a little bit of a dirt foundation, try to make some sort of a, I don't know, like a lip of dirt coming over the very top here. Let's try keep it nice and broken up like that, and maybe we can add a little bit of depth in here too, and we can just start covering all of these blocks like this. Not a problem. We're probably going to have to move Maximus also, move him to a different part of the Molehole, because he's kind of in the way there. But you guys sort of seeing what I'm trying to do over here? I kind of want this to be inside of a cave, almost like it's an ancient entrance, right? And we probably need to get even a little bit more dirt around here. And what we'll do is add a little bit of other blocks in here once we have a foundation for how this entrance might look. And maybe we want to go even more crazy and sort of cover it up completely, or at least, maybe we need to do a little bit more revealing over here. Actually, you know what? Let's hide as much of this stone brick as possible. What we got to do here for this particular build, I guess, guys, is remember what we just spoke about, right? With the new textures coming in, let's try and make sure that we design this entrance with that in mind. We don't want to do too much block variation because it's going to look kind of weird. And yes, by the way, we have gone back to vanilla textures here for the rest of the episode. Don't want to stick in the new textures too much because, of course, those textures might change over time. And yeah, we don't want to get too attached to some of the new textures before they change again, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that's pretty cool. We're probably going to have to move these trees also, but there we go. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. We have a sort of entrance hidden inside of the side of a mountain over here, or indeed inside of a cave entrance of some kind. And what we can start doing now is just covering all of this jazz up too. And I guess up here, we probably want to have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of a cave also, or at least some sort of a hill that is going to be sort of towering over here. And I guess in the center here, do I have torches? right now? Yes, I do. Let's get a bit of light in here too, because I guess what we'll probably do is make a cavern inside here. And maybe we could even have a little room here with a little window maybe that's going to be looking over the Moleshire. That could be pretty sweet, right? So if the cave actually, or if the entrance of the Molehole actually extended all the way out here, maybe we could have like a little window over here somewhere. A nice natural looking little window like this, right? We could even just do it like this, I guess. Even just keep it nice and, I don't know, just nice and rural, almost if it's been dug out of the side of this mountain. A little something like that might be pretty cool, right? Looking out over the Moleshire. But yeah, lots of blocks to place. Better get this night slept away too, because, well, we almost got blown up by a creeper a little bit earlier on. But I'll bring you back when I've got a little bit more progress done here. And in the meantime, let's go have a look at how Jerome Gucci Golem was summoned into this world.
I bring forth from the very depths of hell a golem that has survived the very molten lavas of the nether. This golem has come face to face with the most evil and brutal of demons. This golem has shoved a cactus directly in the butt of said demon. This golem has traversed many a mile of the most treacherous underground layers of hell, only to arrive safe and sound in the Moleshire with an eternal promise to treasure and look after the gobbets of the Moleshire. By the power invested in me and this sheep, I summon forth Jerome Gucci Golem!
Well, I gotta say, guys, that was one of the funnest streams that I've had in a very, very long time. A big thank you to everybody who came out for that and witnessed the summoning of Jerome. Oh, man, we had a lot of fun. And remember, guys, if you want to catch me on stream, of course, check out twitch.tv/ReNDoG TV. I try and stream about 4 times a week. We're not always playing Minecraft. We play some other games too, but every now and then we stream from the Minecraft survival server. In that particular stream, we actually went on a bit of a caving adventure to get a little bit more iron, which was pretty awesome. And in the process of that, we actually thought about summoning Jerome. It was an idea that the stream actually had, so that was really cool. But yeah, anyway, take a look at this, man. The entrance is starting to come together quite nicely. Just sort of finishing off the hill over here that I was talking about, just getting the dirt foundation in place. And I think that's probably looking pretty good. We probably want to try keep it nice and natural looking though. So let's try get a couple of contours in here too, right? We don't want this this particular hill to go straight down at a sort of really steep angle. I think it looks a little bit unnatural. But there we go. That looks pretty good. We probably could even start covering up in here. I don't even know what's happening here, but this is definitely a spot where mobs are spawning. So let's get that torched up. And for now, we can hide the shame of that particular little cave. Not a problem. Maybe we'll use that a little bit later on in the series. But let's get a little bit more depth into this particular build. Get a bit more dirt up in here. This back wall has actually been bothering me for some time now, actually, because it's just this sort of flat sandstone looking a little bit janktastic. Let's get that nice and covered. But that's looking pretty good. Wait, hang on. That's looking a little bit too square there, right? Let's try and make sure we keep some nice contours here too. And this is actually the window that we were talking about. So that's probably not going to work out too well unless we do that. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty decent, I think. These trees are kind of in the way right now, though, which is a little bit annoying. Let's just cover this little bit up here too. And what I would like to do, of course, is for some grass to grow over this entire thing. I don't want it to look like dirt. And you know what? For now, let's just get rid of that window until we work out exactly how we're going to design the mole hole. And let's just fill in some of these holes that are looking a little bit janktastic also. So that's looking pretty sweet now. Very, very good. And maybe what we can do is extend some of this ground a little bit like this. And maybe we can start building a few shrubs and stuff here at the entrance, right? Okay, that's starting to look pretty good. However, I would like to get some grass on top of that entrance. And the only way we can do that, of course, is by growing a little bit of grass into that dirt. Luckily, we've got Terra the pickaxe that's got Silk Touch, and I've actually been collecting a little bit of grass blocks over here too. So that's going to be pretty useful, actually, for us to to get some grass into that entrance. Wow, back to vanilla textures. Kind of weird, right? I almost miss the new textures in a way, but I do gotta say, I do still love the vanilla textures a lot, man. I'm so torn with regards to these new textures, guys. It's kind of killing me inside, man. Hopefully, though, everything's going to turn out really good in the end. Hi, Maximus. I hear you bleating, my friend. I'll get you some food really soon, okay? I'm busy making a video, dude. Can't you see? Jeez. Anyway, let's get a couple of these grass blocks in here, guys. And that should get a little bit of grass for us growing on top of this new mountainside. We don't want the whole thing to be covered in grass, though, right? So why don't we start mixing in a little bit of coarse dirt over here? And coarse dirt, of course, we make from mixing dirt with gravel. And oops, that was definitely very cute, but also very wrong, Ren. Let's not do that again. But yeah, we can get a little bit of coarse dirt in here. It's probably because I'm using the shovel, right? Why don't we just use our offhand to, or our normal hand to break some of this dirt? But yeah, coarse dirt is going to stop any grass growing on it, and it's going to add a little bit of brown into this too, which I think is going to look really nice. So let's get a few coarse dirt blocks in here. And obviously, they're quite difficult to see in and amongst the dirt, which is cool. They don't stick out too much. Okay, I couldn't help myself, guys. Had to turn on the new texture pack. It looks like dirt and coarse dirt has not yet been retextured, though. So we don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just hoping that the new dirt and coarse dirt is going to look good together, right? Or we're going to have to redo this entire build at some point. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. I like it. I like it. But these trees over here, I'm wondering, should we get rid of these trees? I'm thinking it might help us out a little bit, actually. They're sort of cramping our style a little bit. We might just need to move them forward a bit, but I am liking how this mountainside is coming on. Got a little bit of square action going on over here, though. Let's sort of break that up just a tad. And let's have a look. That's looking pretty good. I think we could probably add, maybe add a couple of coarse dirts like this. Just try and create a little bit of a gradient. Oh, we got a little bit of stone exposed there too. But let's add a bit of a gradient like this, right? There we go. That should help us out a little bit. And then we can finish off that gradient like that. Yeah, that looks actually pretty nice. I like it. We can also get rid of that block just to make it a little bit less square. That's looking pretty good. I mean, all we're going to need to do now, of course, is get a few rocks and stuff, some rock formations and stuff into this particular entrance. And we could also probably start decorating a little bit also. And we probably do need to get rid of these trees. But you know what, man? I think that's a pretty decent start, actually, to the entrance of the Molehole. Looking way better, or at least in theory, looking way better than it did before. And when this comes together, I think it's going to look absolutely awesome. We're going to carry on working on this in the next episode, guys. But I think I have run out of time for today. The sun is almost setting too. And yeah, it's been a pretty interesting episode. Very happy on the start of the Molehole entrance. And also not too upset about the new textures as I was in the previous episode. And yeah, guys, sorry for getting it wrong, but hopefully you guys have had a nice, decent insight into what the new Minecraft is going to look like. And as you guys can see, we probably are going to have to do a little bit of work out here to fix some of this action over here, right? A little bit of clashes here and there, but shouldn't be too difficult to fix. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it from the ReNDoG today. How beautiful is the new gravel, though? Wow, I actually really like the new gravel. That's actually kind of gorgeous. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Jeez, thank you so much for watching. ReNDoG signing out from the Molehole. We'll carry on working on that entrance in the next episode. And do let me know what you think about the actual new textures. I'm very curious to get your opinions. ReNDoG signing out, guys. We will smell you all in the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Goodbye, everybody!